Hey, what's going on, boys? Swaggy here, so down and for do. So technically it is the next day. It is 1:31, but I was recently talking with a friend, and it ended up taking a lot longer than I thought it would, up until like around 12:30, and I was like, ooh, I need to get started on other things that I had to do, and so here I am now. Now, and for do though, I apologize. I know it's the next day technically, but hope you guys can forgive me for that. Since it's only like around 1:30 right now where I'm recording, as you could probably, probably can't see there, huh? Well, yeah, like I said, 1:31 a.m. right now. So that info, like I said, this is a video called by Jake Neutron. Why must we do? It's a Repo fan song, which I wanted to go ahead and check out, and as well, because honestly, it looked really cool, and I have a fellow suggestion from a certain person, but I'll go ahead and get into that in a second here. And actually, really quickly. I'm gonna be back. Give me something to give me 1 minute, okay? Anyways, I'm back. So, like I said, dying for you. Let's get into the actual video stuff here. Let's not use too much time. And but I go back here. Yeah, like I said, jakeneutron. I watched one of their other covers instead of one of their original videos themselves here. And over, I love the actual original the cover itself here. So, info though. I'm gonna be frozen in place. Okay, give me like a good 3 seconds. I'll be right back. There we go. Now without anchor though, let's get on to it. First, let's get into this. So of course there are already some features here by Sydney Osman, Vito Z Holmes, and Spaceman Scott, and of course everybody else part of everybody stuff here. Like I said, please go check them all out. They work really hard in their support, so please go and check them out. Here it is. Cards themselves here. I'm gonna go down the list slowly so you can go ahead and see them. And go back up a little bit faster. And let's get into the video stuff here. No more distractions. Hold up. There it is. And also check my if my audio is okay. Yep, we're good. Okay, 2D animation so far pretty tight. Okay. King Neutron.
Calculate and assess as we review our latest scheme. We are set to do our best. Hey, wait, did you hear us scream?
We're so close to quota as we go on. Is it getting cooler? Hey, some stuff is gone. Careful loading that. Almost to what we need. Just 2K more and it's over.
Oh, wait, guys, this one's worth 2,000.
Yep. Like that. Fire. The intro was absolutely stunning. Damn.
I'm feeling adventurous because of the generous surplus we got to spend at the shop. So when we next drop, ready for this.
3D animation, okay. Sick.
Or can we carry on? Stay close to the ground or keep the hammer drawn. Do not make a sound. I think the huntsman's close. Oh, it's this fucking duck. Can you get it?
Damn. Oh, credits right there. I'm gonna let this little segment flow out. Alright. Abin and Mila. Alright. Now then, with all that being said and done, let me just go ahead and get into my actual in-depth thoughts and opinions on the attribute itself here, and slight, very brief, just kind of brief thoughts on the attribute itself here. So, very briefly start going on to the actual just music itself and animation itself here, as well as the editing itself. Let's get down to it. So, overall though, the actual just music itself, it was so fire. So then I love it. I love the rhythmically cheerful just in general vibe it had going on here, like just like do 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 doom do 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 doom do 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 doom do 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 doom. It very much reminds me of those Amanda the Adventurer songs, and from what I'm seeing, it might be the same person who helped to orchestrate those as well here. But yeah, like I said, overall, amazing work here. The beat itself here was so well done, so lovely, and I loved it so much. And then going on to the actual vocal lyrics themselves here, everything was really well constructed in such a way that it honestly perfectly described R.E.P.O. At least in broad terms. There is a little bit more into detail here with the specific other stuffs here. Maybe they could have mentioned, oh, this creature that hunts you, or maybe like this feature or that feature, but really they didn't really have to. Honestly, like I said, the very premise of R.E.P.O. is very similar to other games that we've had in the past. Games such as Lethal Company, other games that you probably another game you probably have heard of, and of course just in general other kind of like collect and leave games. But like I said, overall this one is still immaculately fresh, has such a nice take on the actual genre itself there, and it's overall very well put together. I like it. And overall, aside from that though, still the lyrics and vocals themselves here really help to emphasize that kind of point and stuff here, where you're literally a robot, collecting random haunted items for cash, and that's kind of it. So overall, like I said, nice emphasis on the actual just core gameplay of the actual game itself here, and overall, it wasn't bad. Like I said, I loved it. I hope you guys did as well there. And of course, last thing itself here, editing itself goes crazy. Every little segment itself was so immaculately well put together here that it's honestly just so seamless and so smooth. It was incredible. I loved it. Now, though, with all being said and done, like I said, a little bit more into depth here, not too much so, because I don't want to use up all you guys' time. But like I said, overall, though, the video itself was, like I said, amazing. The beat itself was such a almost cheery vibe itself here, but still had elements of that sort of like, what's the word for it? Like, almost an element of like doomed, like, not doomed, that's not a word, doomedness, more like, hopelessness, and maybe what's trying to find it in my brain here. Basically it's just kind of like your inability to help yourself, because these robots have that inability. So it's like might as well make the best way of what we got. So overall, like I said, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting here with the actual beat itself here. And in terms of just like having a bright bright kind of chorus itself here, as well as some like more existential like lyrics themselves here, like why must we do, and then of course the very thing is just like I made you exact for profit and cash. And overall, like I said, it's pretty cool. Like I said, I love it. Now listen to this segment here that I wanted to go ahead and demonstrate, just to kind of illustrate that kind of tone itself here.
Calculate and assess as we review our latest scheme.
Like I said, it has that robotic tone, kind of just that more melancholiness in there, and at least in the undertones itself there. But overall, like I said, it still has that kind of upbeat, which is like boom, 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 like that kind of thing itself there. I love it so much. It's immaculate, just so well put together. It's honestly really good. Like I said, I love it. But of course, like I said, it also does demonstrate that sort of just helplessness a little bit more in certain other segments themselves here. But still, like I said, really well put together. And aside, it's just a fun listen. Honestly, the beat itself here is just so fun to listen to, and it's just so jammy and vibey. It's overall just immaculate, and I honestly love it so much. And no, going on to the actual lyrics themselves here, like I said before, the lyrics themselves here kind of help to emphasize that sort of like existentialism, especially with like certain other things that kind of go on here. And then of course there's some that are kind of just more fun and stuff like that. Like this little segment here.
Guys, this one's worth 2,000.
Yeah. I love it. I love that, in this game things do kind of break and that they can lose value if you drop them, just like real world items. What? Okay. Oh, jeez. My God. Okay. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Sorry about that. I got a little bit scared. I thought about to lose all this footage here. Anyways, so I'm not sure where exactly what happened. My entire screen just froze up like nobody's business. Like I wasn't recording a video. Anyways, so without any further ado, like I said, beat itself amazing. Visuals themselves here immaculate. The 2D, the 3D, immaculately well put together. And just so good. I loved it. Credit to everybody that part of that. They deserve the world. So please go check them out. And of course, I remember the actual just lyrics and the editing itself here all go immaculately hard. They were honestly really put together, really well put together, and overall so good. I loved it and made this entire video just such a smooth, enjoyable experience. And overall, I loved it, and hope you guys did as well here. Because without any further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and end it because I don't want to continue and having the computer continue crashing. I'll go see what's going on here, but still, like I said, take care. I'll be seeing you boys later again. I'm gonna try to do another one after I'm pretty much done with this one. So yeah, so far though, have a good one, and yeah, see you soon.